Good morning. Welcome. We are going to do the child's block toy today in Fusion 360. So I would open up this file, which is on Schoology, so you can have all the dimensions. Uh, so now that we're over on Fusion, we go ahead and start a sketch. And we are going to do R for rectangle and a center point arc or center point sketch. And this is 1.590 by 1.975. I'm sorry, that was 1.590. Okay, we flipped over to Fusion. The first thing we do is start a sketch. We're going to use a rectangle and a center constrained rectangle. And our numbers are 1.975 by 1.590. And students often ask, why are they such strange numbers? And the reason is, this was probably metric and was converted. Once we get the square done, we're going to extrude it to 0.3. And then we are going to put some fillets on it. And in this case, the fillets are all 0.2. So I'm going to select all four outer corners and put that in as 0.2. Now we're going to start the shapes, the circle, square, triangle, and star. So we're going to start another sketch on the surface. And we are going to do all three shapes in the sketch, and then we'll extrude them as one. So the first one is a circle, so C for circle. I'm just going to throw it up. The next one is a square, so I'm just going to put up a square. Now to put in a polygon, or to put in the triangle, we're actually going to use a polygon. In this case, a three-sided polygon. So we're going to change this to 3. 3. And then we're just going to get one in that's roughly in the right orientation. So it's now time to dimension these. So D, we're going to come back to the star in a minute. 0.58. This is 0.58 by 0.58. And this one is by 0.638. Now we're going to dimension the center of this. So first off, from the center to the edge is 0.49. And from the top edge to the center is 0.43. And that one's fully constrained. Now from here to the top is 0.05. And from here to the side is 0.2. Now the triangle from here to that point is 0.2, but how do we orient the triangle? This is where we use constraints. We're going to use the horizontal constraint to align this vertically, and then we'll go back to dimensioning and dimension from here to here to 0.05. So now our three objects are fully constrained. It's time to do a triangle. I'm sorry. Now the three objects are fully constrained. It's time to do the star. For the star, we need to do 2 circles, and they both need to be construction circles. There's one. They have the same point, so I can put them in. I'm going to dimension them. The outermost circle is 0.605, and the innermost circle is 0.412. Now I'm to orient them. So from here to here is now I'm going to orient them from here to here is 0.488, and from here to the center up is 0.363. So now they're fully constrained. The next step is we are going to put an inscribed pentagon in here. So a pentagon on the inside. So we're going to go back to polygon. This still needs to be in construction. And we're going to do an inscribed. And we're going to bring it up here. First, let's change this to 5 so we have a polygon. And we are going to make sure we select the outer circle. And there we go. Now to get the pentagon constrained, we need to use the horizontal vertical and constrain the top line vertically. So once again, we have everything in black. Now we're going to switch to line, and we are going to take off construction. And we are going to draw a line from here to this circle, and then from this circle back to that point. And we are going to do this all the way around, keeping in mind we do not want any of those blue dotted lines to appear. So we need to make sure we pick spots where they are not occurring.
Lincoln High School, this announcement is to inform you that today's rally has been canceled. We are going to have our regular schedule. Thank you.
Okay, so now that we have all the lines, these black ones are a problem. So we need to delete them because that means they're fully constrained and we don't want any of these lines constrained. So we're going to come down here and find another point. So they're all blue. And the way we're going to fully constrain them, I'll fix those in a second, is we're going to use the equal button. We want this line to be equal to that line, and it's going to pull it in so that they're the same length. I want this line and this line equal. I want this line and this line equal. I want this line and this line equal. This line and this line equal. This line and this line equal. This line and that line equal. Now these ones are causing me problems because they're black, so we're going to delete them. Do another set of lines. What it meant is for whatever reason I attached them somewhere where they shouldn't have been. Let's try the equals again. And there we go. Now we have this fully constrained. The next step is we're going to hit E for extrude, and we are going to select all of these, and we are going to cut all the way through. Now we have to put a fillet on them, and the fillet is 0.02, I believe. So we're going to put a fillet on them. So we hit F, and our fillet is going to be around all the edges because you wouldn't make a sharp toy. That'd be safety. And then I believe it's 0.02. Also, we can click OK. I should have also hit fillet around this outer edge of 0.02. And there we go. And now our next step is we need to shell this. So we're going to modify shell, remove the bottom, and our shell thickness is 0.01. And if we click OK, we now have a finished 5.3, the child's toy block.